This is so dirty. Oh, my God. Where's the rest of my water? Welcome on in, guys. Hey, it's Friday. Welcome. Let's bust it up a little bit. Tamika Davis. Hey, beautiful. Mega love shout out, Team Happy. Master Game Truck. Hey, welcome. You said you caught me this time, and happy Friday. I'm so happy you caught me. Listen, that ain't about nothing because I know if you're not there, you will rewatch. Thank you so much for that, beautiful. Sierra, what's going on, Queen? How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you had a good day at work today, Sierra. It's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Bounce, 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 bounce. Y'all probably don't even want to hear that no more. A lot of people not off R. Kelly anymore. Hey, Irma. Perfect timing. I just got off the phone with my sister and turned into YouTube and see you doing this live. No problem. You did very, very well today on your live stream. I missed you when you ended it. I took a phone call from my mom and was helping her call this doctor's office. And when I came back, you were gone. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to say bye. But I was so happy. Listen, you were so natural. I didn't even realize it was your first time. That's why I had to ask you, like, did she just say her first time? You did amazing. You did amazing. Normally, people are freaked out and they're watching that number of how many people are watching them, and then they like hurry themselves along. They can't keep up. You were like reading the chat from time to time, moving around. You kept us entertained, kept talking. You did really, really well for your first time. Congrats to you. You should keep going now. Now that you did it, just keep going. You'll see your numbers do amazing things in YouTube Studio Analytics. Yeah, Irma went live this afternoon. I just happened to be perusing through the YouTube streets and caught her and was like, I never saw Irma's live. So I popped in there and she was cleaning her kitchen. Irma, did you get your sink fixed? Was hubby able to fix it? Jared Bay, welcome, King. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate having you. Erica, hey, beautiful. You know we about to talk when I get off this live stream. Kat, come on in, fam. Welcome, Kat. Thank you for coming in, beautiful. I'm due to watch you. I'm due to watch you. 3 Men and a Lady. Yeah, I saw something like that go up. I was like, gotta catch that. Arika Misha, I think I went past her house, but if I didn't, I'm gonna watch her again just to be on the safe side. It is Friday. I'm just checking in to see what other people were up to. I wasn't in the greatest of moods for the past 24 hours, so came on so my fam can help me lift up my spirits a bit. Um, Nothing in particular, just was in one of those funks. Sometimes you get like that. And I think I told you guys that this is a rough time of the year for me. Coming up on a lot of anniversaries. So my father passed um 2 years, well, 3 years ago now, last week. And then he and my mom's anniversary is coming up. So I got my eye on that date. My girlfriend will be 2 years in November for her passing of cancer. Got my eye on that date. And then my father's birthday is the day after Christmas. So for like September all the way through the new year, it's just like, ugh, I'll be like a Debbie Downer. I try not to like go to many places. I don't want to bring other people's spirits down because I'm not in the greatest of spirits. But I just try to do things and keep it moving and hang around with the kids, doing a lot of indoor activities because you know the weather is not great. Hey Deandra, welcome, beautiful. Heading out the date night. That sounds cool. I want to choke my hubby right now, so I don't want no date from him. I'm petty Betty right now. Oh my God. He fixed it good. Oh my God. It still makes me laugh to remember the faucet fell during the live. It's okay. It's okay. when you kept finding that little black piece, I'm like, that is it had to be a clog because the water clearly wanted to come out. So something was stopping it from just gushing out. So I knew he was going to fix it. These kids at work has me wore out. Okay, low staff today, raining here. So listen, that's what it is too. A lot of it have to do with this rainy weather. Go to bed. Don't let me talk again. The rainy weather is not helping either. I think we're getting the rain from the hurricane that was down in the Florida area. I think the rains, we're getting that. I'd rather have that than to have what they've been through. One of my cousins took a lot of damage to his home. Um, it's unfortunate. I don't know anybody else personally that um, experienced a lot of home damage. Uh, you petty Betty right now too. Listen, it happens, baby. Listen. Hey Maria, welcome, beautiful. You say you're so happy to be popping in. Listen, and you would pop in. I don't even have a topic for y'all tonight. I just came on to do a quick hello, check in with the fam because I noticed I haven't been doing live a lot lately. So I'm like, aside from my more serious topics on Tuesdays, but me myself just coming on and busting it up with you guys, I haven't been doing that lately. So I figured let me just come on tonight. You said don't choke him, girl. Listen, I want to go up one side of his head and come down the other, girl. Listen, it's more, girl. I got red in my eyes right here. You know when they piss you off and you give them the evil eye and watch them everywhere they move, girl. Oh, it's one of the moments. I could choke him. I'm glad he did. I love that. Yeah, that faucet is nice. It was funny. You told him it fell during the live and he laughed at, oh, listen, you're going to have something go wrong during the live. If you pay attention, all my lives, my kids are fighting. Every single one of them. It's a part of life. It's going to happen here. I have 4 kiddos, so y'all got to expect it. Listen, baby, I'm so casual with it now. I'll be like, hold on, y'all. To the kids, and I come back like, mommy issues. It is what it is. You posted your 3rd short on your channel. I'll be heading over to check that out. Got Mr. Jared Bay down. I got you, bro. I'm going to add you with Kat and Arika Misha on my watch list for tonight. That gives me something to do. Who else up in here? Deandra going on date night. That sounds fun. Listen, your hubby comes from a family of all boys. Whoo, listen. So you don't have no sister-in-laws? And see, I come from a family of all girls, so I always wanted brothers. So I got a lot of them now because my hubby comes with 7 brothers, 1 sister. But that's okay because I have sisters. Yeah, I always wanted brothers. I used to treat my nephew like he was my little brother. And then when my sisters got married, my brother-in-laws were my everything because I never had brothers. Hubby has 3 brothers. Yeah, now I got enough of them. It's funny. It's funny how life works. I got them vicariously by getting married. You don't have any brother. I have 4 sisters, and you're the second born. Oh, wow. I'm the youngest. Okay, you're going to check Jared out too? Yeah. I got him on the list. Going to check old buddy Cuz out tonight after this live stream. Sister-in-law. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God, y'all. I was feeling the waves. So this can be a little topic. Because y'all can tell me if I'm really in my feelings. I'm telling y'all, because I'm like down like that, not like really feeling myself, I'm really being petty. I noticed that for the last couple of days. I better keep to myself if I do something wrong, you know. But anyway, so somebody wanted me to do a favor for them. A guy, my husband's friend. So he's like, can you please call my wife? I now called this girl. It's been 3 days in a row. She seen it. She ain't called me back. So he keep like, well, can you please? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. Cause now I'm taking it personal because she won't call me back. I ain't do nothing to her. I think she's not taking the calls because she know I'm calling on his behalf. But still, I'm feeling the ways like, girl, I'm only doing that because he asked me to. But me and you have a relationship outside of him. Don't do that to me. I'm feeling some kind of way, y'all. So I'm saying, because she going to call me eventually and try to be like, hey, sister. And I'm going to be like, nope. Because when I was, it doesn't matter what you think I was calling you for. You wouldn't even pick up the phone, let alone call me back to see what I wanted. It didn't, it could have been coincidental that I was calling at this time that he wanted me to call you. You don't know for sure because you didn't even acknowledge me. You didn't pick up the phone. I'm feeling the ways. He said he just connected to you, Sierra. I know that's right. Everybody in here, connect, y'all, connect. If you're not connected, get connected to one another. Um, that's how you build those platforms. That's how you foster these new friendships and relationships. I meet a lot of good people in other people's live stream chats. Connect, everybody. Go ahead and connect. I need to do one of those. I never did that before. Everybody just drop your links and connect. Um, she said great shorts. Okay, so she's already going over. Just for anybody who may not know, because I like to drop gems every time I do go live. Whenever you are connected with new people, if someone new comes to your channel and let you know that they left, um, you know, I don't want to say the word, they joined your journey, you should wait 24 to 48 hours before you go back, before YouTube view it as a sub for sub and take the subscription away. So be mindful of that. Don't always jump right back on. Soon as somebody say, oh, new friend to your channel, make a list, throw them over there in a playlist, and then go back and watch them 2 to 3 days later. You don't want to do it right away because they're gonna look at it as a sub for sub. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say drop the channels. Normally, Irma, and you might want to eventually get yourself some moderators, people that you assign as mods in your live stream now that you're going live, so that they could drop links for you. If anybody come in with spam messages, they can get them out of there because all of that takes from your watch hours. You want to be mindful of that. Um, if anybody come in talking inappropriately, they can just block or delete the comments. You as the host should not have to deal with that. So get people that you trust, that you can make them moderators for your channel so they can do that. Even though we're small, people, listen, I'm sure you've experienced somebody come on your channel and leave a not so pleasant comment. It happens. Some people just don't have anything else better to do. And a lot of them are people that has YouTube profiles, but they don't have like a pic or something. Some of them are bold enough, they have a pic, but it's probably not of their self, but they do it. Some people are just so miserable. And so it makes them feel better to just go on other people's channels and say nasty things. I normally, whenever I see a lot of them be like, blonde and brunette stuff. Oh, get that mess up off my channel. A lot of them, the spam stuff come in my live streams, like get naked and all that. Sierra be on it, getting them out of there. Sierra, Deandra, like Lacey, like I have quite a few mods because your mods are not going to be able to make it to every single live stream that you have. But if you appoint enough people as mod, eventually some of your mods are going to be in all your streams. Like Sierra may not be in this one, but Deandra and Lacey may be in this one. So get enough mods so that they can handle those comments for you. Yes, I've had those comments. I reported them daily for like a week. I haven't seen them in a while already, but definitely going to look for the help. Yeah, you really should. We were in your, I was amazed because you had like quite a few people in your live stream for it to be your first one. So now that you did it, you should just keep doing it often, like maybe once every other week or something. Let people get familiar with the fact that you are doing lives now. You did really well. I've seen I've seen a lot of people like, oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm going to get off this thing. And they really end it because they can't do it. And I go and find them like, listen, you did it. You need to go back on there now and get over that fear, or it's going to take you forever to get back up there and try it again. So please get over the fear and go do it now. Um, I've reported inappropriate comments. I see them channel. Yeah, it's I don't know how much YouTube is doing about it. Because that blonde and brunette stuff I see like on a daily basis. It seems like the more you go live, like I go live a lot, I see them more often. I don't, and I see them like in premieres. They don't show up actually doing the premieres, but when my premieres end and I go and check, they're in the comments. Like it's so annoying, but they do really come in your lives, and they come after your premieres, or you'll just see them in your regular comments of your uploads. They're everywhere. They oh my God, they work overtime. They really do. She said, "Thank you. I really had so much fun. Remember, the laundry is still in the washer and dryer." Oh my God, are you? Listen, Irma made her bed with us. Irma cleaned her kitchen. Irma had it going on for it to be her first life. She moved around. She kept us engaged. You did really, really well. You really did. You need to do it again. Maria, I know you always say that you have the problem with like the internet and the reception, but you need to do it too, hon. Jared, have you gone live? You need to try it. And for anybody who thinks that one day they might want to go live, just do yourself a favor. Go and hit that little camera looking icon and hit go live and set it up, because sometimes when you are actually ready to go live and it's your first time, YouTube will have this thing where it'll tell you can't go live right now. You got to wait 24 to 48 hours. So if you do that now in advance, when you are actually ready to go live, you'll be able to go live and you won't have that problem. Because I know a lot of people who attempted to go live for their first time and was frustrated. Like, I tried to go live. I told people I was going live tonight and I couldn't. And I'm like, you have to set it up in advance. Some of us, we don't have that problem. But then there's others that do, and we don't know which accounts they are. So just try that. Yeah, just go in there and act like you're going to go live, and it'll say it has to do like a processing, and it's going to take 24 to 48 hours. Trust me, once that 48-hour period is up and you hit go live, baby, you will be going live. But here's the thing about going live for anybody who's never done it. It's not like you're going to hit the button and boom, you're going to be live. It's just like you see when you're uploading a video. You have to put in your title. You have to put in your details and describe like what's going to go on in this live. You have to put it in a playlist, just like you see all the playlists you have to select a playlist or create another one. If you're going to put a thumbnail with it, that is the time you can put your thumbnail with it. Then it's going to ask you, just like any other upload, is this for children? You got to click yes or no. You can even go ahead and put your tags in it. You can even share this thing. You can go through all the sections just like you do with a normal upload before you actually say done at the bottom. And then it has a button like go live. Once you click that, you will officially be going live. So don't be afraid to go in there and play around with it and see what it's all about so you can know what to expect. Look at the screen. Get a feel for everything on this side. Basically, all you're going to see is yourself. You are the one on camera. You just know by the number up there of how many people watching you. There's a icon up there with people, tell you exactly how many people are watching you. It'll tell you your thumbs up right next to it, how many people gave you thumbs up, the word live, your counter telling you how long you're on is counting every second. And your chat is over here on your right hand side of the screen. You just read your chat and go back and forth with the comments in your chat. Now, if you go in through StreamYard, it's a little different because you can invite and have extra people up here with you. So if I invite a guest, I drop my link, they tap the link, it'll bring them up to a little waiting room that I can see down here. And I have to click them to add them up into the screen with myself. And then there's a whole list of different layouts where you can have the screen laid out, like myself in big and my guest could be on the side smaller. It's a bunch of layouts. I would say for anybody who's never going live, start off with YouTube first, because StreamYard is a little bit more to it. So if you get YouTube, then you can, and you get comfortable with it, then you can move on into StreamYard. Um, go back and see. Oh, also with YouTube, once you're finished your live, before you end, I mean, right when you end your live, there is something that asks you if you want to um, edit it. It will send you over to a place where you can cut out stuff. So maybe like in the beginning of the live stream, I was yelling at the kids, "You better put that." You can cut that part out if you want before you send it over for processing. Because once you do it, whatever happened during your live stream is what they're going to say. Um, I just go live. Whatever they see, they see. Because this is real life over here. You got to know that sometimes I'm going to yell at the kids and say, "No, put that back. Don't do that." It's going on throughout my live stream. So it is what it is. Um, you said you went and tried to look at it, Sierra. You can't see hers. It's probably still processing. The video should still be there. The chat may not be available until tomorrow. Hey, Sarah. She said, "Hey, I need to get my YouTube channel together. It's been years in the making, child." You notice I don't even bring it up to you no more. You really need to. You should have started off with your vacation. That would have been awesome. Um, yeah, you'll do it when you're ready. It's not something that's going to happen overnight for you to get monetized. So I'm always going to say to anybody that say to me they want to be a content creator, go ahead and get started, because it don't just happen overnight. I don't care how many friends you think you have, how many family members you think is going to support you. The reality of it all, and everybody in here that's content creators can tell you, they are not your biggest supporters. They say all that. Oh, but baby, when you start that channel, it's like something, crabs in the barrel. Don't nobody want to see anybody else get ahead. They don't support you. If I had all the support of my family, baby, I'd have been monetized. I don't know what it is. They don't support. And it's everybody, family and friends. And I'm like, they have the crazy excuses like, "Girl, I gotta wait for the kids to show me how to get on." Like, really? But you play with your phone all day, every day. You be on watching other stuff on YouTube. You just pull up my channel. It's just crazy. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot to YouTube. You're gonna have to learn editing. You're gonna have to learn which software works for your phone versus your PC. Um, if you have a tablet, whatever you're using. Um, you're gonna have to learn to do thumbnails. Oh, that's a whole nother beast. There are a lot of large content creators that do little classes on it. I just actually played around with everything and learned it on my own. Trial and error. Just like probably a lot of these content creators in here tonight. Um, you probably did it right, Irma. You can go and check and see if it's in your playlist. If you assigned it to like a live stream playlist, go look for that specific playlist and go look for that video. See if maybe you made it private. If you did, you could just switch it back to public. Um, if you put it as unlisted, then only anyone that you share your link with can see it. But make it public so everybody can go back and watch it. You want to be proud of that very first live stream, and it's gonna let your community know that they can expect more from you. So if you want them to start watching your live stream, another thing you want to do, Irma. Now, look, I love when new people go live. I like to give them some jewels. Go in your YouTube Studio Analytic under the audience section, and it'll show you that graph to let you know where your audience is for when you put your uploads. What's a good time to put your uploads? There's also a spot for live stream. If you click it, you can switch between uploads and live stream. Hit the one for live streams and see where they have your audience placed for your live stream. You may have to go live a few more times so they can kind of get the information together and find out where your audience is for live stream because it's your first time. But start keeping an eye on that, and it'll give you a great time that you will go live, and majority of your audience will be there to support. Well, she said she's not seeing it either, Maria. Yeah, she probably got it marked private. You got to do it, Sarah. It's not, again, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be a lot of days that you're frustrated. It's going to seem like your numbers are stagnated. Um, you're going to get frustrated with YouTube a lot because you're going to see your numbers increase and you're going to go to sleep and wake up and your numbers going to be decreased again. And you're going to be like, what the heck? A lot of it comes because people, like I said earlier, are subscribing too soon, and YouTube see it as a sub for sub and take it away. It can be simply that people are watching your content, but just not for 4 minutes or longer before they hit the subscribe button. And so YouTube will take it away. How could you possibly know you want to subscribe to this channel if you didn't even give it enough time to watch a full video, or enough of a video for you to say, oh, I like this person's content, or I like her attitude or disposition, and I want to follow her? Like, people just be doing the most. And sadly to say, some people know that. They know that if they subscribe, just go over and subscribe to you and leave your channel, it's going to be taken. It happens to them. Why wouldn't they know it? Some people pretend that they don't know that it's going to hurt your analytics more than help it. So normally when I'm in somebody's live stream and people say, let's connect, and I say straight in people's live stream, like, if you're not going to watch my content for 4 minutes, please don't do that. At that point, some people will say, like, wait a minute, what you mean by that? And then you get to explain it and they can learn. But some people really know. Don't just go over to a channel and hit boom, subscribe. And I tell that to people in the community too. When I tell them I have a YouTube, and I say to them, make sure you watch 4 minutes or longer, preferably a whole video, because I know that all my videos are 9 minutes and longer. And I'll tell you why. Make sure you watch a full video, or at least 4 to 5 minutes before you hit subscribe and hit the bell, so it can stick. Now, 9 minutes is because once you become monetized, your videos must be 9 minutes long, 9.00 or longer, in order for it to be monetized. If it's 8 minutes and 59 seconds, you're not going to get monetized for that video. And I know that Irma just hit 1K, so you should be concentrating on getting your 4K watch hours so you can get monetized, Irma. So you want to get in playlist groups. You know, I have playlist group over on IG if you want to partake in that. I know you was in our WOW group before, but this is just running playlists overnight so that you can hurry up and get to those watch hours. Or you can find other people that do playlist group. I'm just letting you know that I still do have playlist group. You got to get to those 4K. And again, it's not easy. I'm imagining that content creators that's really, really large now, that has been out so many years ago when the competition wasn't so many people out here, it was way easier. But just like with other things, people ruin it, and so they make it harder for the next bunch. Thank you so much, baby. My baby just drew me Huggy Wuggy and brought it to me. Thank you. I'm gonna put this on my desk, okay? Child, I get these little love pictures all the time. And then when I have to take one down to put up another, their feelings be hurt. I'm like, well, don't you want me to put up the latest art? Oh, these kids. Yeah, Sarah, we got to get you up and running. Maybe still processing, like I said. Yeah, more views. So I don't know why you. It got more views, then just leave it alone. Wait till like the 24-hour mark. So tomorrow around the same time you went on, and hopefully you'll see your live chat replay and everything up there. Just let it process. I was confused when I first went live the first time, and nobody told me. I just waited it out and I saw what happened because I kept checking the video in YouTube Studio Analytics and it kept saying still processing. So I knew it had to do its thing. You see my grandson peeking through the door. Out of control. Out of control. I'm seeing that one. My uploads and live streams is Monday at 7. Okay. Definitely won't work for me to go live unless you guys want to see us getting ready and running around the house getting ready. A lot of people like to see live streams of people morning routine. So that might not be a bad thing, Irma. You might want to do that, honey. It might work for you. Just try your hand at everything when you first start going live, because you got to get a feel of where your audience is and what they want to see. Like me, I know my audience pretty much will accept everything now because I have played games with them. I've sang songs like music, movie, and TV trivia. I do the real life topics. I do girl talk. I do the quick haze like I'm doing now. Um, I share a lot in my live streams, and my audience is okay with anything that I bring with them. They're pretty consistent in watching, and they show up and show out. So I'm pretty set as far as live streams. The more people see you and pop in, you can switch up what you're bringing in your live stream and see if they hang in there with you. If they hang in there with you, then that's a go. Just bring more and more stuff. I see people actually doing craft and stuff right while they're going live. It works. Sometimes I sit down and do homework with the kiddos. It works. They don't care. I chit chat with them. They see me interacting with the kiddos. Why? Because this is a family channel. So I want them to see all aspects of family. The kiddos, as much as they frustrate you and stuff like that, you should bring them in sometimes and let them do it. I sit down and do puzzles and play Connect Four with the boys. It's okay. You're a family channel. You could bring in the kiddos sometimes in your live streams. Um, yeah, we definitely have to link up together. Right, Sarah? Right across the hall. There's no excuse. You are. And listen, I don't even have to be in, we don't even have to be together. We are right across the hall, easily accessible. But I talk a lot of people through it over the phone or virtually. I can do that for you too. You know how many people I taught virtually how to do YouTube? It's so easy. I just tell them, click this, click that. Just give me a couple minutes of your time and I can walk you through it. Lives are really fun. I see what you said, Irma. You'll try it soon. You really like the live. It is fun. Listen, you'll forget that you in the house doing nothing. Like, I started going live last year in October. So tomorrow's October. So it'll be a year now. Um, I gave myself 1 year on YouTube before I did my first live. And once I started going live, I never stopped. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. I play Family Feud. Y'all know I do a lot on my live streams. It works. It stuck. I look forward to it. Even I used to go on just to talk about the snowstorms in the wintertime, because I'm geographically somewhere different from someone else, and I'm letting them know what's going on here. I'm showing them like, listen, we snowed in for a couple days, so I baked cookies with the kiddos. We're making hot chocolate, whatever. If you go live, trust and believe somebody's going to come on and support you. That's what I tell everybody who's afraid to go live. I'm constantly in my WOW groups, Women on Watch, over on Instagram, telling them, encouraging them, go live. I'll be there. And one girl went live and she was so nervous, and I could see she was nervous. So I didn't want her to focus on this side of the screen to look at how many people was watching her. So I kept her engaged in that chat. I kept asking questions or throwing stuff out there that made her like, wait a minute, Wanda, what you say? And she don't realize that the responses is on a relay. So I'm like, she studied looking at that. And that was a good thing because it kept her from looking over here and freaking herself out. And she said she was only going to stay on 5 or 10 minutes. I think she was on 45 minutes when she finally ended the live. So I was like, you did really good, because that's why I kept asking you questions and tossing things out there. I wanted your eyes to focus over here versus there, because I saw when she saw the numbers, she was getting like frightened. So as long as you have somebody in there chatting and you're looking forward to their response to come back up over here, you'll be fine. I've now been in live streams where my chat is getting, a lot of people are in there. I went from having like a few people in my chat to having over 200 people in my live stream chats. And I even tell people, like, I'll be nervous too. I think somebody said in your live stream today, Irma, like, yeah, right, Wanda, you're pretty good at lives. I say that to make other people feel comfortable. Like I'll still be a little nervous too, but I get through it. I even tell my panel guests, like, I hope you're not intimidated. Don't look up at the top to see how many people's in here, because a lot of people come to my lives now. So I don't want you to be scared. Just focus on me. I'm on the screen with you. Just look at me if and go and feed off of me, and it works. We have It's four of us women where we do international love. All four of us are either married, engaged, or dating Nigerian men, and we've been talking about that openly. I am gonna try to set up this Tuesday to have all four of the women, well, the other three and myself, do our open discussion, like ask us anything if they're all available. If not this Tuesday, it'll be the following Tuesday. If they can't do it this Tuesday, I'll plug something else in for myself, probably something with immigrations, because I've been promising to do that. I'm gonna do a segment where I just tell people all about the immigrations process from start to finish. Um, if you don't know, my husband just became a permanent resident here in the U.S. approximately 3 weeks ago today. We received his green card, 10 years green card in the mail. It was a long process, but we've conquered it. So now the only thing he would have to do is apply for citizenship, because now he's already taken advantage of applying for his U.S. Passport. Thank you. Listen, that was a long, drawn out process. And anybody that knows somebody that may be dating an immigrant or a foreigner, please have them tune in to my live stream, because I'm going to be putting it all out there from K1 visa all the way up to obtaining the 10 years green card. It was a long process, very overwhelming, very emotional at times, especially whenever you had to report to Homeland Security. If you haven't seen, I put up a recent upload about, it was our last day that we were going in for that final interview, but we didn't even know what to expect, because Trump changed so many of the laws when he was in office, and they still have yet to undo some of that stuff. Um, this was an appointment that would not necessarily happen prior to the pandemic, but it was an extra step that they put in place, and we really didn't know what to expect. But I'm gonna tell you, we walked in there and I was like, he ain't got nothing to worry about, because he got big mouth with him. Because I keep telling him, I'm an American citizen. You can't deport me. I'm going to say what I have to say, and I'm going to advocate for him and anybody else. And they tried it. That's their job. They got to try you and try to ask you very invasive questions. And oh my girl, they were just so disrespectful. But at the end of the day, we had to send away back to Nigeria to get some documentation notarized and sent back here. And I said, don't dare open that. Let's go take it, have the attorney take it over to the immigration's office sealed, and let them open it, so they won't even say nobody tainted with it. But next thing you know, instead of us getting anything, we just received a letter with the green card. So I was like, there it is. So yeah, what she say? We lived through it. Here's 2 years. Oh, okay. He's been a resident, but oh my God, it is very stressful. And then we had some papers, including his birth certificate. Listen, in the military, they lose a lot of stuff. I don't think they always lose it, Irma. I think they ask for it again to see if it's real, to see if you're gonna produce to them the same things you produced already. A lot of it is a whole cat and mouse game. They don't believe anything. They believe that every couple that comes before them is in an arranged marriage. I didn't know as much about it um going into it. Girl, I'm very knowledgeable now, because I pay attention to everything. I don't lose anything. There's things my husband was losing sight of, and I was like, oh, don't forget, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, you right. Oh, I forgot about it. Listen, don't forget nothing them people say, do, or ask, because everything they say, do, and ask is for a reason. You got to be on top of them. Listen, I don't play no games when it comes to them at all. It was parts of the interview process that he was forgetting about when we were sharing with our friends who have to equally go through the same stuff. And I was like, oh, and don't forget to tell him. He was like, oh my God, Wanda's like an elephant. She remembers everything. Yeah, because I'm just like blown away with the stuff they have to go through just to come over here and obtain citizenship. Like it's so demeaning and degrading. Like, oh my God, the whole process. You really want to put your hands on somebody. I don't even give away my content because trust when I tell y'all, when I come on here to do the live stream about it, it's going to get juicy. It's going to get juicy because I'm telling y'all actual facts. This happened to me. I don't have to make shit up, and I'm not sugarcoating nothing either. I don't care who sees what on my live stream. I don't care about that because it's nobody can tell me that it didn't happen to us. We went through it, so it is what it is. I can talk about it, and I definitely will. And hopefully, it will help someone, or someone will reach out to me so I can help point them in the right direction. Because trust me, I know enough about it. I have a lot of friends by way of my husband, Nigerians who may be dating American women or vice versa. And um, we all talk. And they look at me and my husband as hope because a lot of them are behind us. So every time we go somewhere, they're like, oh, Wanda and Tony, what happened? What happened? Because they want to know what to look forward to. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier on in this live stream where I was reaching out to a friend and she's not returning my call simply because I'm trying to help her because they have an upcoming appointment with Homeland Security and the husband wants me to tell her what we've been through. And she's mad at him, so she's kind of taking it out on me. That's what this is all about. And I'm like, okay, well, I have some information that you might want to possess. And if you don't want to call me back, then it is what it is. I'm not going to chase you down to give you something. You're just going to have to walk in there and bump your head on the wall like anybody else that walk in there because I'm trying to arm you and you're so angry with him. It's misplaced anger because you're like not responding to me or it is what it is. I've tried, like I said, I made 3 attempts to call her. She didn't pick up the call. She didn't return my call. So it is what it is. I can't keep chasing this woman. And I feel bad for him because he keeps calling like, well, did you reach her? No, I didn't reach her. I called her. I left the message. Either she going to return the call or she not. I'm not going to keep calling her. I do understand that is very detrimental for him. But at the same time, I don't have that kind of time and energy. I have 4 little ones here that I have to look out after and my husband and myself. And life goes on. Um, at the end of the day, if things don't work out favorable for them, she have herself to blame. Because again, I tried to reach out. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. My situation is done. I'm trying to help you. Either you want it or you don't. Six Bows is back. Welcome. First time catching you live. Hey, nice to see you again. Absolutely. Let me write down your channel too so I could come back and show you some love. Believe I met you with TSM. Let me know if I'm wrong. I have seen you in other larger content creators live streams, but I think I met you by way of TSM. You can let me know if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, guys, I didn't really have a topic tonight. I just wanted to, like I said, come back. Okay, you have a. I knew it. I knew it. Every time I saw you, I was like, I think I met her through TSM. Definitely will be back over to show you some love because I know I'm already connected with you. So, like guys, like I was saying earlier, I can go to her now because I'm already connected. But for somebody brand new, I would wait 24 to 48 hours before I would go over so that YouTube wouldn't see it as a sub for sub and take the subscription away. Thanks everybody for the congratulations. Yeah, that is great news, Sarah. Out of all the other stuff, I be going through with my grandson and all that, girl, and he just got in school last week. This was his first full week. So last week on Thursday was his first day of school, Sarah. Girl, you wouldn't. Oh my God. I know I looked beat down when you saw me earlier bringing in them girls. Well, you saw me right after I brought the groceries in. I went to go park my car. But yeah, it was a lot. She said, yeah, she's a pro with that notebook. You know it. You gotta, if you don't write things down right then and there, you're gonna forget. And I don't like to forget to go show no love on nobody else's channel. Because sometimes, and I keep telling people, I know we all start off small, but eventually we're going to get so big that we're not going to be able to keep up with one another. I genuinely will always be connected to Sierra. That's my sissy. Like Irma, I love Irma. Sometimes her channel get away, but I always go back. Maria, I see her because she's in our circulation. But people that you don't watch because they're not a part of your group, they can get away because you're so consumed with everything else. But when I see them on my feed, I go ahead and tap it and watch them again. Hey, sissy, welcome. Oh, no worries. You're late. Late. You okay, sweetie? I'm adding you now, Irma. Add Irma. Um, Definitely will add you, and you can go in rotation on Sunday night. This Sunday, we start the schedule from Sunday to Saturdays. To overnight watch list. I will add you right after the live stream, sweetie. Definitely by tomorrow morning, you should see yourself, and it's called WEW, WEW, Women Empowering Women. I'll introduce you so I know you know how to look for it in the chats over on IG. Irma, everybody, did her first live stream today. So if you guys can check her out, please do. She did really well. She did really, really well. I was, when she said her first live, I'm like, wait a minute. Is this your first live? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, OMG. She did really well. Like I said earlier, I see a lot of people freak themselves out like, oh my God, I gotta go. I think everything scares them. Seeing the people, seeing how many people's watching, seeing that counter go, seeing that red live sitting up there, seeing the chat moving, people just panic. Just sit there and talk. Just sit there and talk. That's why I tell them your chat is gonna lead you. Talk to the people in your chat. If you're somebody like me with a big mouth that just do this all the time, you can go from topic to topic to topic and not be so nervous. But for new people, yeah. Um, yeah, every live is different, but just go with the flow. Like I was telling them earlier before you came in, Sick Bows, I do a lot of different things in my life. So I play games, I sing songs, we do music, movie and TV trivia, family feud. We do girl talk. Oh my God. If you haven't seen any of my girl talk, go on my playlist and watch some of it. Um, like I was talking about not too long ago, it's four of us in total. We do international love because all four of us women are either married, engaged, or dating Nigerian men. So we're talking about the dynamics of our different relationships with these Nigerian men, how comparable they are, but also the difference. Everybody's situation on the panel is different. Again, like I like to say that I'm in a very strong marriage, even though right now I want to knock them upside the head, but that's neither here nor there. Um, One of the other ladies is in a sister's wives situation. Um, and then there's mother and daughter who are friends of mine that I introduced them to the Nigerian man, and their relationship took some twists and turns. So you want to go over there. Very, very interesting. Those live streams are still doing really well. The numbers are still going on those. Very interesting. And then we did a part two where after the first part, I put up a community tab and left it open for the viewers to put up any questions or DM me any questions over on Instagram that they would like to ask any of us or all of us. And they did that. So now in a week, we're going to go back and it's going to be just ask us anything, a live stream like that where anybody can ask us any questions about the dynamics of our relationships. And it was getting a bit juicy. People were asking about if we thought the Nigerian men were more intimate than American men, and we answered that honestly. But if you guys need to ask that again, join us and ask. We're asking, do we feel more financially stable with Nigerian men versus American men? We answered that. If we are comfortable with their families, we answered that. It was a number of questions. Is it hard to break up with them? Mm-hmm. Chivalry is definitely not dead when you're dating the foreign men versus American men. I even went into the why as to why I opted to marry a Nigerian man and stop dating American men. Um, it's unfortunate, but I had enough of piss poor relationships with American men that I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I went into detail about how trifling brothers are and some things I've experienced. Um, Again, all of our relationships were different, are different. Um, I had, this isn't my first time dating. Um, it's my last. My husband is my last time dating uh, African gentleman. That's it. Buck stops here. Um, but very, very interesting to hear everyone's detail. I think for the most part, a lot of people was more interested in Miss Kimberly from being Kimberly Arlinda because she is the one that's in the situation as being a sister wife. And even though it happened unbeknownst to her, once she realized that she was in that situation, she opted to stay in. Um, Very interested. I don't want to give it away. I want you guys to go and watch it and hear it from her mouth to your ears because her situation, she should tell her story. But wasn't planning on staying on this long, guys. Just wanted to come on and say, hey, it's Friday. It's rainy. We are expected to have rain this whole entire weekend. So trust and believe I will be back on. Hopefully, more upbeat. Because again, this is a very emotional time of the year for me as I'm anticipating a lot of dates that you want rain. Oh my God, you can have some of this rain. I think we're getting it right up the coast from the hurricane, and it's no fun. But I ran out early. I took advantage of it and went and got everything I'm gonna need in the house for me and the kiddos for the weekend. And we're just gonna do crafting, indoor activities, play some games, watch some movies. I am planning on watching, I don't know why I'm gonna watch this again, but that whole Jeffrey Dahmer series that they got going on Netflix. I've watched that story unfold since it really happened in true time. Just like Atlanta child murders, anybody familiar with that back in the 70s, where all these children, black children, were missing down in Atlanta, and they got this one guy who still remains in custody to this day, who swears that he is innocent. But the moment he was taken into custody, all the killings stopped. Um, Very, very interesting. Susan Smith, if anybody know, I think that was back in the 80s, very early 80s, like 80, like 82, where she put the kids in the car in South Carolina and drove them into the river. Um, and then she told them, she had them out there doing this search all in this wooded area and stuff, told her that some black man kidnapped her kids and did it, but come to find out it was she was not with the kid's father anymore. She moved on with this new man, and he didn't want to be in a relationship with her because of the kids. So she put her kids, strapped them in the car, and drove into the water, and let those kids die like that. So it's certain story, John Benet Ramsey, it's certain stories that just like stick in my head, and whenever they have any type of movies or anything that they make up for these particular stories, I follow them. Jeffrey Dahmer is one of them. Also, what's Nancy? Is it Nancy Kerrigan? The the figure skater who hurt the other one, and then you had Tanya. Tanya, is it Harding? God, I'm getting your names confused now. Says she can't watch Jeffrey. She said, "Yes, I remember. The story is horrible." Yeah, it was another one. Oh, Joey Buttafuoco was his name, where the young girl he was dating, he was cheating on his wife with the young girl, and the young girl wanted him to be with her. It was a white couple. And she went to the house and shot the wife. Tanya Harding. That's it. Hey, Lacey. Welcome, beautiful. Yeah. It's a lot of those stories that I follow. A lot of people can't watch that kind of stuff, but I'm the type of person that could make me up a snack tray and go in my room, even if it's healthy keto snack, y'all. Just go in my room and watch like I almost got away with it or Snap. Oh my god, if you give me Snapped, I could watch that all day long. Um, I love stuff like that. I love it. Hey Judith, welcome, beautiful. Ted Bundy one. Okay. Ted Bundy documentary. Okay, yeah. Tanya Harding, yeah, I see that. Okay. I said that earlier in Irma's live stream about watching Jeffrey Dahmer, and I think that's what it's going to be tonight. And they were like, "Oh no, I can't watch that." I'm like, "Listen, I watched that story unfold for real, for real." And what about that girl, Casey Anthony, that wanted to go out or whatever, partied after poisoning her baby girl? Crazy. It's some stories that just stick with me. I remember another one. Now this one I never really I knew the name at the time, and this was in early 2000s. It was a black woman down, I believe she was in North Carolina. Don't quote me, but I believe it was North Carolina. I just remember her image. She had dreads in her hair. She had her hair like mine, and her baby girl. I think she was on drugs, and obviously she didn't have anything else to give to the guy that was giving her the drugs or whatever. So she sold her daughter to this man, and he took the baby to the hotels, and took advantage of the baby and everything. And then that baby came up dead. Pretty little, beautiful little girl. Um, John Wayne Gacy. Is that is that the name, Julie? Gary Hednick. Carla White one was good. Oh yeah, with Kiki Palmer, that was a good one too, where she stole her. And I think that started in Jacksonville, Florida, and she took her just to like South Carolina, either South Carolina or North Carolina, and raised that girl all them years. And what's a lot of people find crazy that the girl cannot disconnect from the mother who stole her. But I say to people like, because that's what you expect, that's not normally how things go. That you got to understand. She didn't harm the girl. She did wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know she was dead wrong stealing that girl, and she do deserve jail time. But I'm just trying to make sense of it from the young lady's point of view. She loved that woman. That's all she knew as a mother figure. She didn't know her birth mom because she was taken from her. And she had a total separate life. So the fact that this girl can't seem to disconnect from the woman that stole her, I see that as normal. Should she give her birth mom a chance? Yes. But at the same time, her birth mom deserves some type of counseling so that she can know how to adjust to um, coming back in contact with her daughter after all those years, because you can't just yell at this girl and expect her to disconnect from the only person she knew and loved as a mom. You can't expect that. You can't expect that. That was a bit much. I think they all needed counseling individually and then together collectively. And she probably still, at the end of it all, would still want to foster a relationship with the woman that's in prison. And rightfully so. That's all she ever knew. They said she raised her well and gave her a nice life. I like crime investigation shows and documentaries. Yes. She said, no, I'm just naming a couple serial killers. I know that's right. There was one, what was his name? Idi Amin, that was eating humans. Mm. I have 6 daughters. Those stories are disturbing to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, listen, I watch them because I just be wanting to know what's going on in the mind of these people. I do like to watch like Locked Up Abroad, stuff like that. I like to see different like different movies or docu-series or whatever of institutions and people that was locked up. Um, when they go to the different prisons and show you this is a maximum security. Some of them they take those cats, cats, the animal cats, like their children, and they really serious about these cats. They territorial over them and stuff like that, and it just like blows my mind. Like you so territorial over this little fluffy little animal, but yet you created a heinous crime, and it's crazy to me. But I guess they got to love on something, especially a lot of them going to be in there for the rest of their lives and stuff. We had a horrible incident happen here in Mexico. You think it made national news? Oh, wow. Yeah, tell us about it. I used to watch those sometimes too because my mom was watching. I love stuff like that. The Act on Hulu. Look at me writing it down. Yeah, remember that John Benet Ramsey stuff? That was crazy. The middle name was Victoria Martin. Look that up. In New Mexico, I don't like when people bother children. New Mexico. I don't think I heard of it, Maria. I don't think they've made a documentary on it, but it's a horrible act. Oh my God. Recently, I was watching, what is that, George Stinney, the little boy that was accused of killing the little girls who stopped. And I think they asked for directions or something. This was way back, way back, way back. He is the youngest kid that took the electric chair. Um, it is. It's very heartbreaking. Maylin, Team Happy, Mega Love shout out. Thank you for being here, beautiful. Bro, it's sad because what happened to that baby. Yeah, John Bonet. Yeah, yeah. That was crazy. They had her up there. I mean, that little girl used to look like a grown behind woman in all those fancy rags and stuff. And it was just crazy how she just, and I don't think they ever solved that. Said she lost her damn mind. Yeah, John Bonet, but um another one I found very interesting. Trying to think of her name. I think J Lo redid it, the movie, The Singer, and I think her manager killed her. Hispanic singer. I can't think of the name right now. I know it though. My God, I love that movie. They didn't solve it. I thought so. Still to this day, they didn't solve it. Selena. Yeah, that's it. Selena. That was another one that was good. Um, that was crazy. Yeah, her manager, I think, out of jealousy. It kind of put me in the mind of the bodyguard, like the whole storyline for the bodyguard. I think it was in that case it was Whitney Houston's sister, but wasn't she like her manager too? That was crazy. Um, yeah, John Benet Ramsey still. I don't think they'll ever find out. A lot of people thought the parents had a lot to do with it. That was just. Mm. Judith, I don't know if you was in here when we were talking about the Atlanta child murders. I know you know about that. I can't watch crimes against kids documentary. It literally makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, anything where they're bothering children, I can't watch that kind of stuff. It's unfortunate because a lot of the Black history movies that I choose to watch have that going on because it's what happened. Um, like one of my favorites is, oh hell yeah, we were scared of. Listen, everybody was afraid of Vance. Girl, he's still in jail to this day. He still keep trying to go back up to get like his sentence. Listen, just boy, you did it. You did it. And he had a creepy look to him. I don't know if you remember that, like the details around it. Elizabeth Smart story? Mm-mm. What's tell me something about that one. Maybe I'm just not recognizing the name, Sierra. Elizabeth Smart. That boy was so creepy with Atlanta child murders. And like I said to them, if they weren't around because they may be younger, the moment his behind was taken in custody, all that stuff stopped. Oh my God, that stuff had me so scared as a child. People would talk about it and I used to cry. I couldn't, and I just thought it was going to happen right in my neighborhood. I know it was in Atlanta, but oh my God, that was out of control. Elizabeth Smart. She was kidnapped from her bedroom by farm people and kept in the woods for a good while. She finally broke free and came back home. No, they made a movie about it. This is my type of stuff. Anybody ever see that movie? Changeling. I think that's what it's called. Changeling. The lady was. Oh my God, this must have happened back in like the 40s, 50s, or whatever. The lady was a telephone operator or something, and she had a son, and her son was kidnapped and taken out like on some farm. The guys came around and he had a kid with him, and they kidnapped a bunch of boys, and they took them like to this farm house and was like mistreating them and killing them and stuff. And they made the woman, they brought some kid back after they posted flyers and stuff trying to say that this was her son, and she kept saying that's not my son. And they put her in the they had her committed and everything because she kept saying it wasn't her son. They was trying to just like close that case out. And I think they were giving her needles and all that. You know what they do when they have you committed. But somebody listened to her and they solved it. And it really wasn't her son, they made this boy live in the house with her. And she had, of course, you're missing your child and somebody's trying to make you believe this is your son. She had like animosity and stuff. She didn't want to form no attachment to that boy because that wasn't her baby. It was so crazy. But at the end of it all, unfortunately, they did kill her son. The people that kidnapped them and had him in that farm. She never got her son back, but it was proven that that really wasn't her son. Um, Dental assistant that lived in the same area and during the time where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre took place. Oh my God. Yeah. Y'all, I was scared. Listen, I don't do scary movies. I can do those type of movies, but I don't do like horror scary movies. And that goes back to Children of the Corn for me. Since I was a kid, that Malachi, that stuff, oh, that stuff used to scare me in that cornfield. Um, can't watch them. Can't watch them. And then later, like in the 90s, 2000s, when they came up with this movie called Scary Movies, and it was supposed to be like skits from scary movies. I wasn't interested in watching that either. They was like, Wanda, it's not really scary movies. I said, is it about them? They say, yeah. I said, well, then I'm not watching it. They used to laugh at me. Um, Children of the Corn. It freaked me out. So I never get into the whole Friday the 13th and all that stuff that people look forward to this time of the year. I can't do it. Even like Halloween, I'm not a big Halloween person at all. Because with it comes mischief night. To me, it's just like a creepy like um I don't think it's a good holiday. That's just my opinion. A lot of people love it because they love the pumpkins, but look at it, the ghosts and goblins. And I can't do all that. Witches. I can't. I can't. I do harvest type things at this time of the year because I just absolutely refuse to celebrate Halloween. And I think it's because where I come up in the city up in Camden, they did horrible things at Halloween time, especially mischief night. You knew not to go out and stuff like that. So yeah, I like things. I see that, Maria. Yeah, you don't celebrate Halloween. Mm-mm. I had a boss. Oh my God, she went all out her way to celebrate. She had no children, but her whole house. And her, mind you, her house was already this house that looked like a doggone castle up on the hill. She just went out her way to make the yard and stuff look all gory and spooky and creepy. And she brought that stuff into the office, like her office. I never wanted to go to her office around October time because she had all this bloody, gory stuff hanging on the walls and stuff like that. And I didn't want to see that. We had a whole job, and I got to go see my supervisor and go through all that. It was just a bit much. I think I shared with you guys that I had gotten written up at a job before because as a group home manager, it was for a group home for this particular agency, and they made us take like one of the big holidays, and they considered Halloween one of them. So they gave Halloween to me because nobody else wanted it. The other girl took Thanksgiving, one took Christmas, and one took Easter as the ones we had to host something at our group home with our clients and invite all the other clients from the other group homes over. So when they gave me Halloween, I was like, I don't do Halloween. So I did everything harvest like, girl, I got written up for it because they was like, it's not about you, it's about the clients. The clients do Halloween. That was one write up I just had to take. And so the next year, what happened? They started taking bids on those holidays again and try to stick me with Halloween again. I said, this is a whole setup. So I gracefully bowed out and went and got another job because you're not going to get me to celebrate something that I'm just not going to do. And that's just how I am, like, period. Nobody's going to ever force me to do something I don't want to do. I can just remove myself. I don't have to make a big funk. I don't have to go over your head and try to report you. I just remove myself. I'm in control of me. I tell people that all the time. People can try to force things on you all they want. I'm always in control of me because I have the power to remove myself. And that's what I did. Group home jobs come a dime a dozen. They're almost on every corner. Judith is in here, Lacey's in here. They work in the field too. They know. Um, it is what it is. And sometimes, I don't have to always tell you every reason why I'm not in agreement with something. Um, Sometimes they want to say, well, is it religious? It doesn't always have to be religious purposes. And I don't really feel like I have to go into that with you. But what I'm saying is, it's my personal choice. I don't celebrate it at home, and I'm not going to come into your job and celebrate it either. Um, they was around there doing the most. And yeah, I have the power to remove myself. That's just like in a friendship too. If I have a girlfriend that's like advising me to do something that is not right towards my husband or what, I'm like, girl, this guy like you. Ain't nobody gonna know this between us. I remove myself. Either you're a good friend for me or you're not. And that just goes with any aspect of my life. I am in control of me. And if something don't feel right, and I always say I smell a cat, a rat, or a dead bat, I remove myself. Um, it doesn't mean that I have to stop befriending the individual. It simply means that I look at them in a different light, and I have to handle them differently. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Sissy. Listen, I did quite a few uploads of the different head wraps and turbans and stuff. And I even did one last week showing where you can take a pair of leggings, some tights, and tie up your hair. Go check that out. I have a whole playlist called Wrap It Wednesday where you can see me wrapping my hair differently. I did one on a live stream, the very first one. I did it live and showed two different ways you can wrap. Really, really simple. Wraps are very simple. I just like to find things that's colorful, that's gonna pop when you wear it with like a plain color, all black, denim, beige, whatever, gray. Yeah. Um, get fancy with it. I tell people, like some people like, but I don't have a lot of hair. It's okay. You roll something like a scarf or something, sit it on top of your head. You can even put a hat on it if you want it to say station. Then you go ahead and tie because it's gonna give you the elevation. Like this is my hair and this is a bun. But if you do that, it'll look like you have a bun underneath. So there's different ways to do it. If you want to make it, if you have no hair and you want to make it seem like you got a ponytail in the back, you put it on the back. You roll something, a sock, another scarf or something, place it here, put a hat on to hold it in that position, and then you tie your bun or very, very creative. I tie my hair with shirts, old shirts that I'm not going to wear. Or sometimes I'm in a store and I see a pair of tights like, I don't want to wear them. I want to wear them. And so I buy them for that purpose. Sometimes I'll buy dresses with pretty patterns and I'll cut them in half. I'll wear half as a scarf. And when that's getting worn and raggedy, I got the other half on back on. Um, Go watch my videos and tie right along with it. I have been tying for years, so it just like comes natural to me. I can just take a piece of material and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna turn that into a scarf." They be like, "How you gonna do that?" Even if it's a small material, I know how to make a one layer scarf and put a little something to it and make it work. And just have a big bun or a ponytail or just my hair down with it tied around. You just get creative. It's no right or wrong way to do it. Just tie. And if you think it looks nice on your face, do it. I don't know if you know Charm's lifestyle, but she's tying her hair now because of me. She even did one and gave me a shout out, and I thought it was so nice. So she sent me quite a few followers to my channel by giving me a shout out because she started tying her hair after watching my uploads. Really simple. Like I said, a lot of times I'm in like the Dollar Tree, they have scarves in there. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on material, buy a couple of them, stitch them together if you want it longer or wider, or if you just like the size that it is, buy them cheap before you go spending a lot of money on like the native cloth and stuff like that. You don't want to go spending all that money if you're not going to stay committed and really learn to tie. But just start with some stuff you have around the house, girl. Go in Walmart in the fabric section and get it. All you have to have is 2 yards. If you tell them to cut you 2 yards of fabric, that's the perfect length to learn to tie. It's long enough so that if you want to do crowns, like I did a brown crown in one, double layered, but sometimes you can go as far as four. One side will go around twice, and when you tuck it, you do your other half twice, and you'll have 4 layered crowns. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Learn to tie like the bow ties. Just the leggings work because out of season leggings you can get them like $5 a pair. Sometimes you can go in like the Family Dollar or the Dollar General and stuff. They have clothing section. You can find tights in here too. Um, Anything you're not gonna use anymore, old clothes, don't toss them out. If they got a pretty color or pattern, cut them sleeves off them shirts. Cut them this way. Cut the waist all the way around. And then open up your side seam. And guess what? You got 2 yards of fabric and tie. Because all you got to do at the beginning is take the fabric because it's unraveled quite naturally because you cut it and do a little fold. Do a little fold. Like if this is the fabric, just fold the little part over and then take that to put against like this and go. Or in the back if you're going to wrap it towards the front and do something. Listen, no sew, no glue, no nothing. Just cut and tie. There's no right or wrong way. This, I don't even know what I did today. Oh, let me see. Okay, so I brought it from the back. crisscrossed in the front, did it again in the back to the front, did two ties, knot, and tuck. Real simple. So when I started from the back, I made sure it covered my bun and then cross back again because it's nice and long. That's 2 yards. Tied twice and then took those two sides and tucked. Really simple. And I wanted it on the side. The detail, if you see, is on the side. I could have brought it like twist this because this thing moves. I could have twisted to the front and did the detail in the front, but I wanted it on the side today. So something different. Um, it's amazing what you can come up with when you just play around with a little material. And then, baby, when you go and beat your face, it makes those colors in your wrap pop. You'll be amazed what you come up with. I just don't wear a lot of makeup. I do try to line the eyes some days. Um, put some chapstick on, not even really lipstick. I do want to order some products from a young lady that I follow her YouTube. Her sister does makeup. Okay, Maria, thanks for coming out. 90 Day Fiance. Oh, that sounds like a winner. See, you like my type of show. We love that. Lacey and Judith in the chat watches that too. You don't do makeup? I'm an all natural person. I notice that I have like darker around the eyes now, and it happens as you get older. And so I may put some foundation and put that in so we could blend my skin, but that's it. I'm not off all that makeup and lashes. I'm not putting all that. I have a lot of eye issues, so I'm not playing around with all that. But I definitely will come on Thursday. I mean Tuesday. Sorry, guys. Well, Sundays I normally do a Sunday reset, so you should see me by Sunday midday. Um, Tuesday. So Lacey and Judith are both in the chat. Are you guys willing to come on Tuesday so we can do the first edition of the Nigerian Housewives US edition where we can open up and say, ask us anything? Are y'all ready for that? Because I was telling them that I was going to reach out to you guys and try to set it up for Tuesday. And then I would ask Kim as well. So if you guys are ready for that, we're just going to sit up on the panel like a girl talk segment. And anything that they ask us in the chat, we can all just answer. Or if they have a specific question for Lacey or one for me or one for Judith or one for Kim, we can do that. But I have told them, I see you laughing, Lacey, but I told them that you guys came up with that. And I told them that Judith named it and it's a go. She said, sure. Okay. Wait a minute, baby. I'm ending this right now. Okay. Wait, no. I don't want you to talk on here. So wait till I end it and then you can talk. Okay. We can talk. Okay. Me and you can talk. You can come in my room and talk to me. Okay. All right. Don't say it on here. Okay. It's a secret. Okay. Go right there. Okay. I'm gonna go wait till the classroom play me. You say sometimes you put on makeup before you going out and you wipe it off before you leave. I know that's right. I mean, if I have an engagement, then I'll get my face made up. What are you doing? Out of there. I have a makeup artist that I'll have come do it. But other than that, I don't wear makeup. No. I'm all natural. Hey, Precious. Welcome in, beautiful. So Lacey says, sure. Where your mommy? She's still in here? Judith, you in here? Do you second that? Because me and Lacey can do it by herself. No, actually, I want all four of the women. I will definitely reach out to Kim. I've already presented the idea to her. I just told her I would let her know when. She was like, yes. Look, always got something to tell you. And I'm like, not on here. You know, kids just blurt out anything. And you gotta. Okay, she's with it. Okay, she said, you know, she with it. I know that's right. Yes, Precious, we getting ready for Tuesday. So happy you came in and heard. The International Love Women, the four of us, decided that it's going to be an ongoing thing once a month. We're going to meet here on Tuesday at 9, and you guys can ask us anything as far as, dating, being married or engaged to Nigerian men. It's going to be a Ask Us Anything segment. So Anything you want to ask me or Lacey or Judith or Kim, come on with the questions, guys. I'm not leaving it on the community tab this time. Just come on in the chat and ask us the questions and we'll answer. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again. It is no, I'm annoyed today. Can I come on and talk to the girls when I'm annoyed too? It's not always gonna be sunshine. I told y'all I'll go up one side and come down the other of his head, but it's okay. I think he's here in the house too. I'm gonna get off of here so I can choke him. Um, no, I'm not gonna choke him. I'm not gonna put my hands on him. uh, anytime, oh my girls, I gotta catch you doing your fitness again. Listen, Cabernet from Whitaker's Way have a 75 soft challenge going on where she's doing a lot of fitness. You guys need to hook up. She's drinking a certain amount of water a day. She's doing an hour worth of workout every day. I think it's a different type of diet that she's partaking in. Um, she's gonna do either read a book or an audio book. It's certain things that she has to do. She said there's something called 75 hard, but she revised it in doing 75 soft. So sounds interesting. I told her, Grandma, I'm gonna try to keep up with you so I can drink the water and I can do the exercise and oh, I can do like a keto style eating. But she started it in September and it doesn't end until December. She going through the holidays. I don't know about all that. I can do my best, but I won't fully commit. And she invited anybody that wanted to join that with her to reach out to her. And I know you're into fitness, so that would be good. But she going to listen. If she was starting this before the holidays, that would probably be doable for me. But Sierra trying to get me locked in on Vlogtober, which I told y'all I'm not interested in Halloween. But if I do, because it starts tomorrow, so I got to make up my mind by tomorrow. It'll be more harvest like for me. But child, because November's my birthday. In order to keep my spirits up about my girlfriend's 2-year anniversary of her death, and then my father and my mother's anniversary. It's also my birthday month, so that might be a good thing. I wanted to do Vlogsgiving, like the month of November. So that's October, November. And then Vlogmas is December. So it's going to be like 90 something days of uploads from me. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try. They say you got to stay consistent. I know that I have been. I have been seeing my numbers doing amazing things. I'm getting a lot more people joining my journey. I just need them to be consistent with it. And then finally, I feel like maybe I've got this thing because it's 2 years now. And actually, my YouTube anniversary is October 22nd. That will be 2 years that I've been on YouTube. Um, so I guess we're getting there. My check was better this time. So I would say I did a thing. But guys, we got to do better as far as supporting each other as much as you can. If I see people on, especially lives, the first thing I try to do is support people live stream. So if I see people on live, I jump on to support. May not be able to stay on the whole entire time, but I go in to check in with them, greet them in their chat, partake in some verbiage with them. And if I have to go, I have to go. But I try to support anybody that's going live because lives isn't easy. It's not easy. And I know it may seem like it is because I do it all the time, but it's not easy. Sometimes you're going to have a great turnout. Sometimes you're going to have a no good turnout. Sometimes you're going to have an okay turnout. I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of views on the replay lately. So that works for me. But it is good to just show up if you can to give people support when they are live because it's hard, especially on those days when you don't have the greatest turnout. It's hard to stay up here and keep that face when you really see that your numbers aren't doing what you want them to do. Um, it's hard to stay on topic. We can go all over the place. I got the gift of gab anyway, so I'm just gonna talk. But um, I will definitely be on Sunday for our reset and check in, and then it's a go for Tuesdays, guy. We will be doing international love, and at some point, because I said that if we didn't do international love, I will plug in some type of upload for immigrations. But guess what? If I'm doing Vlogtober and I got a vlog every day, it'll be in there next week. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am going to go and get these kids down because one of them want to talk to me, as y'all heard. Um, I may be doing some more Rapid Wednesday uploads, even if they don't come out on Wednesday. That's the playlist it's going in when I release them because I have to keep stuff coming constantly for the next 90 something days. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. My spirits are lifted now. I might not be as mad with hubby as I was when this thing first started. Thank you so much. Love and respect.